All right, so I have my story all lined up because I'm ready to tell it, but similar to what everybody has said here, I got the invitation and wouldn't have missed this for anything. Lined up the babysitter immediately. You guys were life-changing for me. You turned it around, and you ruined it for me. You did. Like, I left teaching this year because you came in so good, and I kept expecting that this is how classes work, and this is how schools were, and some get close, but none ever get to you guys. And I could cry about it. I mean, you changed the way I parent. You changed the way I love. You were like important to me. So, here's my story. It involves you and somebody else who's not here with us this evening. So, and this is lighter too. So I'm teaching a short story. We're doing this whole short story unit, right? And so we're talking about kind of the dichotomy between the protagonist and antagonist, the good guy and the bad guy, right? Right? Good guy and the bad guy, and the metaphors, right? You remember it all, right? Right. So we're doing this whole short story unit, and we're reading a short story called The Lady and the Tiger. And there are two possible antagonists in The Lady and the Tiger. Time and fate, which is more conceptual, and the tiger. And so, but it's up to interpret, there's no right answer, right? And you have to remember that when I was teaching you guys, I was your age, right now. And I was full of it when I went into the classroom. I had no idea what I was doing. You were my first two. And I just went in there like, if I just keep smiling like this, they're gonna think I know what I'm doing. And you guys took a chance on me, and I didn't know what I was doing at that point. I do now, I didn't then. So I'm teaching this thing, right? And I'm excited because there's a health, do you remember or no?
I remember the story.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
So I'm teaching the story, right? And Scarlett is, I used to love when she would speak in class because she was so outspoken, and I didn't care what you guys were saying as long as you were invested in the story. Didn't matter to me what you were saying. So I forget who the hell you thought was the antagonist, but you thought the opposite of what Anitza thought. And it escalated, and it got hot. I don't know what to do. In a fight, I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, this is good, this is it. And then it crosses a line and I'm like, I think they're gonna like hit each other, you guys. And so the stand up, the chairs go back, and I go racing down the hall to Sister Maggie, who's still in the main office at that time. And I'm super green, right? I've just been kind of like, excuse me, Sister Maggie, there's a fight in my classroom. Oh, what are they fighting about? I'm like, the antagonist and the lady and the tiger. Which shows how passionate you guys were and are, right? And I too, like Miss White with her hands like this, I too Facebook stalk you constantly, all of you. So I know how you are all doing. And I'm very, very, very proud to be here tonight.